We should probably talk about deafness. We've got these amazing things these days, you'll have heard of them, cochlear implants, and they can literally give people the gift of hearing. Totally changes their lives.
As you can imagine, there are 163 people in New Zealand who meet the criteria to have them, and of course they're desperate to get them. Just 163 doesn't sound too many, but apparently it is. Jill Higgins looks at the life-changing op that's out of reach.
This is the holy grail for many deaf people.
It so revolutionises people's lives.
He should know he's been doing implant surgery for 30 years.
Including the first child, and the switch on of the first child was one of the most magical things I've ever been to.
That magic's in high demand, but there's the usual problem of money. About 170 adults are on the waiting list for an implant, but only 40 a year get done.
So this is where we have to lift up all this to be able to put the body of the implant underneath. That's the body of it, that's the antenna, and that's the magnet.
Just so you appreciate this, that's a whole hour of cutting, drilling, concentration before getting to the stage where you can put the implant in.
So that sits nicely in its bed.
So compared with the hearing aid, like how much better would you say an implant is?
Much better with the hearing aids all noise like this instead of S's and T's.
And that will last how long?
Forever.
Gloria thought she'd be deaf forever. Hearing loss started in childhood. Now she's deaf as a post.
She'd be able to hear probably about the level of an aeroplane.
Terrible, really.
She can lip read, but only with help from her hearing aid. It's the most powerful one you can get, but still not good enough.
You've got to turn it right up, and then somebody will drop something and
After 3 years on the waiting list, she got the surgery she longed for. Time for the old hearing aid to come out.
What are you hearing?
I can't hear. I can't.
So you can say all sorts of things, John, and get away with it.
Yeah.
Now the new implant gets switched on. Caroline talks. As she turns up the volume, Gloria hears something in her right ear for the first time in 60 years.
Is that too much? Or is this just a surprise?
It sounds squeaky.
Yeah.
After just 10 minutes, there's already an improvement.
I can hear a voice.
Good. Considering we put the implant into her worst ear, that's incredibly positive.
What are you looking forward to hearing?
Everything.
Everything. Everything. Birds, and want to hear my needles clicking when I knit.
Birds?
In we go.
We can do birds.
That's nice.
Oh, it's really great. I just love hearing different things. No.
Oh, aren't they beautiful?
No. Very noisy.
Gloria is one of the lucky ones, perhaps luckier than she realises. It's a fraught process selecting those who get surgery.
You get points, and the person with the most points gets the next implant.
All sorts of factors influence who the next patient will be. Some sound fairer than others.
If you've been deaf a while and you've learnt to lip read, that actually reduces your points. We're playing God and we sit there and hate it.
And you'd love to do more.
I'd love to do more, yes. I'd love to do everybody.
That does seem unfair, doesn't it? So what you've done by lip reading is helping yourself out, and so by helping yourself out, you then get penalised. But
Disadvantage.
it's the old health system, isn't it? I mean, you know, there's a queue for everything, isn't there?
What an amazing experience, though.
I reckon.
And the look on her face, wasn't it, when she started hearing? Imagine hearing yourself.
For the first time. 50 grand, by the way, is what you're dealing with.
Yes, so it's very expensive as well.
per operation.